You take time off of work, even when you're really busy, to do things with us, to do things for us, to do whatever to make our life easier.
He always wants to play games with me, and he's more fun than other dads.
You're so passionate about everything.
Your boldness in making decisions for the family and our church. You're not afraid to take the step that Leader needs to take to guide our family or church in the right direction.
Your faith is rock solid. You are the same person outside of the home as you are in the home. You're appropriately vulnerable from the pulpit. It's okay that you share about us. It never embarrasses me because I know your heart is always wanting to just help people grow in Christ.
You discipline us without being really hard or like screaming at us all the time. You teach us in a way that God would want to teach us. It makes us actually take time to think about the lesson that we learned.
He's always patient with me even when I forget to do work.
You're so goofy and crazy. Mom doesn't laugh at the same things as us.
I love that even though you are always standing firm for your beliefs, that you're also not afraid to do that while being conscious of other people's feelings. And that you will stand firm for what you believe in and also be mindful of the way that affects the other people.
You don't compare yourself to others. You're so secure in your identity in Christ and comfortable in your own skin, and I admire that about you.
He tries to do the best for us in our interests and in anything that we do, whether it's academics or sports or just our walk with God.
You always support me when I'm playing sports.
You're always willing to admit your shortcomings, and you always joke around about things, and there's so much more to you than just being a pastor.
I love that you're mindful of us, even when we're really far apart. Even though you're back at home or on campus, that you keep in touch with us and you keep in touch with what's going on in our lives, beyond just the conversations that we have every once in a while. That it's never having to catch you up on what's going on in our lives.
You are so unselfish. You're always wanting to help others, even when it costs you time and energy, and you do it without complaining. One example is I know you'll always go downstairs and get me a glass of water at night when I ask you. So I love you so much for always serving joyfully.
You help us go out for things, stand out, and do what we're afraid to do. When I was little and we went to SeaWorld, and I was really scared to touch like the dolphin and the stingrays, you helped me so kindly and to lift me up and show me that it was okay.
You accept being shorter than me.
You're always sending us little articles that we'll enjoy. Like the thing you sent me a couple of weeks ago, the baby sloths.
You don't distinguish between being our father and also our pastor. As much as I grew up getting to know you as a dad, that I also was able to look up to you as a pastor.
You love to read and you love to learn, and you're so curious about everything, and that's a quality I don't have, so I really love that about you.
You push us at what our goals are or what we're doing in that moment. Like when we were hiking in Smoky Mountains and I was really tempted to just quit or have someone carry me, you told me keep going, and that pushed me really hard, and now I'm a better gymnast and I have more endurance.
You brought home Lulu 6 years ago.
You're one of the few people I know who's always genuinely invested and interested in conversation.
I also love that you take time and effort to challenge us beyond just blindly supporting us and saying, go on whatever you do, but also taking time to make sure the things that we're pursuing are ultimately good for us.
You're not afraid of hardship. You say things that are worth doing are difficult, especially this one right here. You do things so completely and thoroughly, not taking shortcuts.
You pay attention to the little things in life. If we did something as small as like praying today in the morning, not forgetting, you care about that and you don't just leave it alone.
How tirelessly you work for the family.
Even though you understand certain things that I share or certain thoughts that I have, you always encourage me to look towards Christ.
I also love that you don't just take the time to invest in us as just children or just students that you want us to be or just the church members you want us to be, but really ultimately as people, that you take care of us in every aspect of our lives.
How you joke around and you make people feel comfortable. You're still the funniest person I know.
You're considerate to everybody, not just the people in our family, not just to the people at church, not to your friends, people everywhere, people in public, people you meet and when you travel. You're considerate to everyone because you want to spread the word of Jesus.
How generous you are with your money.
My movie buddy. I have so many good memories of you asking if I want to see an 11 p.m. showing on a school night, and you didn't care because you just love movies that much, and you know I love them too.
Even when we're resistant and we don't want to listen, even when we push back over years and years, that you still take the time and what it takes to really invest in us to make sure that we're growing as people, even if that's not what we want for ourselves.
How you care so much about details. I like how you pore over your slides for a sermon, trying to select the perfect one. And it just shows your work ethic, and you're never sloppy with your work.
You keep memories. Like you watch my small videos from when I was little every day. That means a lot to me.
I've never once heard you complain in the last 50 years.
You're so optimistic about the future, which is really hard to find these days.
How willing you are to admit your mistakes. So even when you say things like, I feel like we were too hard on you when you were younger. I feel like we made a mistake with you at one point. And you don't always feel a need to appear perfect to us, saying that you made all the right decisions as a parent, as a pastor, and that you're willing to be vulnerable with us as family, even though you're supposed to be the leader.
How techy you are and how knowledgeable you are about everything. Our family would be completely lost without your guidance. I love that you, mentored Noah and Jordan and all the other kids. I think have adapted that and learned that from you, because they definitely don't get it from me.
You play sports and you try to stay young at heart. Even though you know you may be aging, you try to play with us, whether it's sports or whether it's games, and I love that because that makes it really easy to approach you. And I know that whatever it is, whether it's drama, academics, or just my spiritual walk with God, I can come and talk to you whenever I need to.
You still walk Bella some mornings and you put up with her bad breath even though you hate her.
I love that you don't ever compare me to other people because you know and understand me as an individual.
Even if it's not at church, or even when you're just coming to one of our school events, or even when you come to watch my soccer games before that, regardless of what the setting is, that you always try and model Christ-like behavior. Extending an open arm to our friends, or like our teammates' parents, or our friends' parents, are always getting to model that Christ-like behavior for us across settings, not just in the church, even though you're a pastor, not just in our family, even though you're our father.
That you're so easy to please when it comes to food and cooking. You always enjoy what I make you.
You make the most out of everything. When we were at SeaWorld this summer and it was raining really hard, you still made the most by saying, hey, we can go look at this attraction and this attraction. And that made me feel really happy that no matter what was happening, you didn't have a bad attitude, even with the heat and the rain.
Of how quick you are to sacrifice even when you don't get thanks for it.
You're always coming up with little inventions.
Even if it's not at church, or even when you're just coming to one of our school events, or even when you come to watch my soccer games before that, regardless of what the setting is, that you always try and model Christ-like behavior.
You're seriously the best husband and father in the whole world. You love us with more than words, and you're not afraid to challenge us. You have the courage to challenge us, but you do it gently and with grace. So we love you so much, Dave. Happy 50th birthday.